Hello, welcome to your day 4 practice. For today's class, we will have a little emphasis on the knees, but get moving too. So you'll need a slider, some sort of slidable surface. If you're on a carpet, could even just like wearing your socks would be plenty. And then if you have your mini loop band, we'll use it for a part of the class as well. So you can put those props off to the side for now and come and lie down. And lie down comfortably, so you could use a pillow, and if it feels good to your knees, you could let your knees lean against each other and just take a couple rounds of breath to arrive. And just starting to hone in within these mini practices of being able to kind of effortlessly and quickly just drop into this space, this time of just paying attention to yourself and your body right here. And connecting with just that rhythm, that ebb and flow of your breathing. And then stabilizing your torso, draw both knees in towards your chest and hold on to your legs, feeling your lower back round into the floor. Good. And then opening your arms to the sides, take your knees to the left and just ease yourself into this twist. Knees to the left, your chest turning back open to the right. Take a round of breath in and out. And then stabilizing your torso, lift your knees through center and over to the right. And just easing yourself into the second side of your twist. Again, taking a full round of breath in and out. Gathering a little strength at the adductors and your core to lift your legs back to center. And then taking your feet to the floor, cross your left ankle over your right thigh. For our outer hip stretch, you can draw the right leg in or take variations as you'd like. And we're just starting to feel your natural range of motion at your left hip. And a lot of knee issues can come from getting a little knock-kneed. And so here we're just starting to open up and explore some external rotation and just feeling, that range of motion. Take another full deep breath at your left hip. And then we'll release and switch sides, crossing right ankle over your left thigh and drawing your left leg in. Feel your weights a little bit broad to the left side of your pelvis. And then widen your collarbones, lengthen the back of your neck long, and just take a couple smooth rounds of breath. Good. Okay. And then we'll release. And funny enough that, we want to find the external rotation, but internal rotation is great for stretching our hip flexors, activating the glutes and the hamstrings. So from here, we'll take a different version of bridge. Feet wide, knees together, spacer if you need between your knees, and then draw your lower back against the floor to start with, and then bridge your pelvis up as you're ready. So won't be your highest bridge. Feet are heavy, big toes firm. Squeeze your knees together. Lengthen your tailbone towards the backs of your knees. So it's not a back bend per se. It's more of a hip strengthening, hamstring strengthening. And just take a couple rounds of breath, feeling that length come to the front of your hips. Keep squeezing your knees together, finding stability at the inner thigh, the adductors. Good. Smile, breathe, lift your hips a little higher, one more breath. Staying calm, even in the strengthening, the moments of a little bit of intensity and the sensations of effort at the back of your hips, and then slowly melt and release. And again, stabilize your lower back against the floor, draw the knees in and apart this time, catching hold of your ankles or your feet in Baddha Konasana. So you could even hold underneath your feet and scoop the bottom of your heels in your hands, otherwise holding your ankles. And now just taking a couple relaxed breaths, letting your belly soften. Good. Okay. And then take your time to let go, roll to your side and sit up. And from here you could sit on some height as you'd like. We'll do our little slider move. So take your right foot onto the slider and your left leg just tucked in comfortably. I'm gonna back up so you can see my foot here. And then have a little flex through your foot, dig your heel into your slider and just feel how you can rotate at the shin. So the knee stays the same. I'm rotating my foot out from the shin and then in. And you can go kind of back and forth a few times. And then we'll take this in a circular pattern. So externally rotate the right shin and go and extend the right leg towards straight, not all the way. And then internally rotate, dig your heel in against the slider and pull it back in. And do that 2 more times in this direction, not going all the way straight, trying to keep your kneecap still just pointing straight up to the ceiling the whole time. And then the next time you come in, keep the internal rotation and go to straighten your leg, externally rotate and draw it in. So it's a small amount of rotation, but it's an important capacity at the knee, and we want to strengthen here. We're also, with the pulling action on the slider, just feeling the stability of the hamstrings and how they come into play here. Okay, that was the first side. Let's move on to the second side. Left foot on your slider, flex your left foot, so toes pulling back towards your shin, and then just go back and forth a few times through internal and external rotation. And my hands aren't really doing a lot, but they are just encouraging me to feel that the rotational work is happening in the lower leg, not at the knee. And then externally rotate, extend your leg towards straight, internally rotate, and dig your heel in to pull the leg back. External rotation to straighten, internal rotation to come in. Let's do that one more time. Good. And then we'll go in the opposite. So staying in internal rotation, straighten your leg, not all the way, but towards straight. Externally rotate, dig the heel in to pull it back towards you. And 2 more in that direction. And 1 more. Okay, little wiggle through the knees, and then let's come up and come to downward facing dog next. So just as you're ready, feel free to modify downward dog as you'd like. Otherwise, you're spreading out through the fingertips, pushing the pads of the fingertips heavy, and then tucking your toes and reach up and away. And then Uttanasana, walking your hands and feet together. Take a round of breath. Make sure your feet are parallel and not turning out at all. And then we'll slowly come to stand. You can take your arms and reach them high overhead. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, float your hands down in front of your breastbone. Take another inhale here. And then exhale your hands by your sides. Good. Okay, let's do some playful work. So we'll keep this kind of calm inner work going as we do some strengthening with the resistance band. So a great way to stabilize around the knee is to just get strong. And, knees connected to the ankles below, the hips above. And a great way to work on this strength is actually to loop this mini loop band around your feet. So we'll take it just the midfoot, the arches of your feet. And then we're gonna play with a little bit of side to side movement, and great for stabilizing from the outer hips, strong legs, strong knees. So we wanna keep the knees soft, an upright position through your torso, and then really prioritize that your feet stay pointing straight forward. There can be a tendency to externally rotate as we step out to the side, and that is not what we're going for here, okay? And then keep a kind of a level. We're gonna go out to the side. I want you to just kind of keep your head at the same level. And then as you step out to the side, really shift your weight with the stepping foot. So you're shifting out onto the leg that you're stepping out on, okay? So that's a little preview. Let's hop to it and have some fun. You can have your hands on your hips for a little awareness, or hands at namaste, and you're just stepping out. And it all depends on your practice space, how much you can go one way, and then you'll just switch and go back and forth a couple times. And you're really stepping out onto that leg, keeping your knees soft, and not making this like a big bobbing action through your head. Staying pretty level with your gaze at one point, a line along the horizon. And then just go until your hips are talking to you. So you take a break as you're needing it. And then you could also pause the video and do a little extra if you're wanting to do a little extra here. Okay, we feeling good? I want to go one more to this side and then back to center. And then I'm just going to switch. We're going to go forward and backwards now. So same thing, knees are soft, nice upright spine. And then from here I'm stepping out, forward, keeping a little bit of tension on the band, and then walking back. Walking back is especially awesome. Really feeling that. So just take your time to go forward and back a few times. And again, this can get a little spicy, a little tiring, but can you keep that same inner calm that we had when we were lying down and stretching? Good. Okay, let's maybe go one more round. How are you feeling? You could also pause the video and do even a few more. And then I'm just gonna make my way back onto my mat, and enjoy just standing here and feeling the strength and stability at the hips. Okay, let's take the resistance band off. And you can just set it off to the side. And we've been introducing this goddess pose, so we won't stay long, but let's see how it feels to step the feet out, turn the legs out, and bend your knees. Hands can come in front of your breastbone, and then maybe come up and down a few times. And just doing your best to feel that you're not overly tipping way forward, but keeping this nice upright posture. Good. Okay. And then we'll stand up and parallel the feet and maybe slightly narrower, pigeon toe your toes. And then we'll do some circles with the hips. So you'll rock your hips back and way out behind you and to the right, and then around to the right and forward. And let's do another big circle out to the left, sweeping around to the right and forward. And then you'll reverse the circular direction and go two in the opposite direction, and just enjoy that lengthening stretch at your hip as you bump your hips way out and back behind you, and rolling the heads of the femurs around. Good. Okay, I think that was two circles. From here, we'll step back to downward dog. So inhale to sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, Uttanasana. Planting your hands, step back for your downward facing dog. Good, growing long through your spine, take a breath. Good, okay, and then come and rest, however is comfortable for you. And this will be our closing posture, so just taking a moment to check in again with your body and maybe find the joy of just getting to relax and rest here now. And just noticing that slow ebb and flow of your breathing in and out of your body. Okay. Nice work, yogis. Namaste. Great job. Yeah, good job tuning into these classes. It's great to get to practice in this small way, right? This was so meaningful, right? My hips are feeling this. And I hope yours are too, in a good way, and that it also integrates and helps support a strong rest of your body, your ankles, your knees, they all work together. So yeah, think about how you're walking today. Can you do that gliding walk, propelling off the big toe? I encourage you to just go into the rest of your day with a sense of awareness and joy and appreciation of your wonderful body.